Ernest, I did not read The Giver, but the movie really reminds me of this.
This isn't real.
And this.
We're in Pleasantville?
No!
Also this.
Hey, Rico, want to sit together?
No thanks, Diz.
What's your malfunction, Rico?
And this.
Prove it!
Where shall we go? Where shall we go?
To be fair, the book did come out in 1993, but timing is everything, and The Giver is worse than all the other dystopian movies that you can compare it to, except this.
She could bring a whole army down on our heads.
I really like that movie. Man, it seems like this movie only got made because of the success of like Divergent and The Hunger Games, even though this material's been around longer than all of them. Do you think that's accurate?
Maybe. Jeff Bridges has wanted to make this movie for close to 20 years. So why now? I really don't know.
Jeff Bridges, you probably could have made this earlier instead of, making this.
I don't know what else to shoot you between.
Just saying.
He couldn't, though. He wanted to make it, and he couldn't.
Somebody hold him hostage and say, you can't make this movie, Jeff Bridges. I don't care if you were the dude.
You're Mr. Lebowski. I'm the dude.
After watching the trailer, it looks like people are kind of given tasks and jobs, like, right? Talk to me a little bit about that.
There's this graduation ceremony for teenagers, and you get assigned your job, much like in Divergent. How would you feel about something like that?
Man, let me tell you right now, there are 5 jobs that I definitely do not ever want to have. Job number 1, the guy who cleans off a stripper pole. Job number 2, the guy who still has to update the phone books and then distribute those phone books. Job number 3, any member of the Wu-Tang Clan with the exception of the RZA. He's a great guy. Number 4, the guy who has to stretch out athletes. Yeah, stretch that leg out, Kevin Durant. Job number 5, anyone in the WWF between 1999 and 2002 who had to deal with one of these.
Get a good look at this bum. Oh, how hideous that must smell.
Of course, wrestling.
It's a thing now. We have a shtick. We gotta go with the shtick.
In this world, pretty much everyone's mind has been erased, just like this.
No jokes about my name. Oh, no. You wouldn't do that. You're trying to be nice.
I don't know any jokes about your name.
And what's the other thing?
Maybe your mind was erased. The Giver.
There's also no music or dancing, just like this.
What, you can't keep up?
Although, in a way, I do kind of like that in this world there's no fame or popularity. Not great that there's no pop culture, but I am kind of happy about the thought that there would be none of this.
For updates, we will have them on TMZ.com.
I'm actually a little worried about that, because if there's no pop culture, that means we can't draw from references, which means we don't have a show, which means that I'm back at the DMV. I do not want to go back working to the DMV. A man tries to build himself up and become something in this country, and I'll be goddamned if I gotta go back and put myself in front of these people saying, yes, sir, you need 3 forms of ID, your social security card, a form of residence, and something else. I'm tired of it. I'm not going back, man. You can't make me go back.
You don't have to go back. You could help athletes stretch.
I really liked this book growing up as a kid. It was one of those weird books that, like, it got banned for some weird reason because it was about defying authority or anything in, like, the late 90s.
Yeah. Was
the movie okay? Is it decent? Is it...
Movies are all about execution. You can have ideas, but if it doesn't come through on screen... I think the leads here are good. Brenton Thwaites, who's been in a lot of stuff this year, he was the Prince in Maleficent. He was in The Signal and Oculus. He's good, as is Odeya Rush, who is his friend and eventual sort of love interest in the movie, which is weird because he is just about 25 and she is 17.
Oh no, we're not doing this.
Again, their performances are good. You gotta, as a casting director, like, no. Do you remember what the cover of the book was?
Yeah, it was a guy who looked like Rick Rubin. It looked like the Bound 2 video, but like Rick Rubin is in the Bound 2 video. He's all like,
that was not going to be my description at all.
No?
No, it is like an 80-year-old white man. Not Rick Rubin.
Rick Rubin's a white man? He's not 80, he's a white man.
Oh yeah, I was thinking of Rick Ross. It does look like Rick Rubin.
Wait, can we get a split screen real quick? On one hand,
I'm very tired. We spent all weekend at Lollapalooza.
We did.
Rick Rubin and Rick Ross are definitely not the same person. It does.
Put Rick Ross right
here. The guy was older than Rick Rubin.
Rick
that
Rubin
was
right
really
here.
the issue. I know the difference.